Exercise 2. Aim. Learn the 4 fundamental points. Understand that the way we have been designed as human beings means that, point A, every situation in your life must have a feeling attached to it to be understood or processed or experienced by you properly. Point B, the first part of this process is to gather up the facts. What is actually happening as they happen in the present moment? C, this data is the incoming information that the brain needs to calculate your feeling about the situation. This is either a safe, good, or unsafe, bad, feeling. D, this feeling is given a measurement called a feel score. Your feel score is different for every moment of time you experience life, as the situation changes around you moment by moment. Hi there! So, the next step in this process is to learn how we have been designed as human beings, as cavemen, to actually understand what is happening in our day-to-day moments. If we can learn this, then we have a way of working that will slowly replace either the mind dynamic or the spiritual dynamic. So we need to learn this in order to shift into this optimal performance way of operating. So for now, this is the important sort of steps that we need to really get into our brain and really start to grab with 2 hands. Everyone learns in a different way, so what you might want to do is to listen to this video quite a few times to hear that again, those 4 points. What you might want to do is write them down. What you might want to do is to write them down and stick them on your fridge. I'm going to now very briefly give you a short notation that maybe you could learn as a shortcut. But do repeat this and learn this as much as you can. So again, you can do it bang, 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 bang without thinking about it. This really, again, the first sort of 5 exercises in this manual is all about learning and repeating until they become almost automatic. That's what we need. We need to do exercise 1 automatically, and we need to learn the points in exercise 2 automatically. Point A could be summarised as, what's the situation? It says every situation in your life must have a feeling attached to it to be understood, processed, experienced by you properly. So the first thing, A, situation. B, the first part of this process is to gather up the facts as they happen in a moment. So B is facts. C, this data is the incoming information that the brain needs to calculate your feelings about the situation. It's either good or bad. So that's feeling, okay? And then the last point is, this feeling is given a measurement called a feel score. This feel score is different for every moment that you experience in your life, because every moment is different, because time is moving. It's not so much what you're doing at all, it's time is moving. And this is again something that I think people tend to overlook really. They think it's all about them and all about, well, my situation isn't changing, so nothing is changing. Yes, it is. Things are changing all the time, constantly, because time is always moving. The seasons are always changing. Everyone's getting older all the time. Our body's changing all the time. Things around you are changing all the time. And just because you're not doing anything doesn't mean things aren't changing. And this is another really important part of this energy dynamic way of being, is that all you really have to do is to see how everything is changing, how everything is moving. And then if you can identify a moment of time where all these things are moving, and they're moving in a way that will mean that you will feel good and you will be safe, then we jump onto that. We jump onto that already moving flow of events and situations happening. We jump onto that. We don't try and sort of go around in circles and ignore all this. We don't ignore, or we appreciate, and we can see what's happening around us as it happens. We don't sit there and think about things that are about the past or the future or the present where it should be, or some sort of illusionary idea, which is discussed much later on in the book, so I'm slightly going forward. But what my point is that point D is that every moment is different, and because every moment is different, every moment will have a different feel for you, every moment will have a different feel score for you, so your experience of every moment will be different. So D could be called experience. So in a note form, point A is what's the situation, point B is what are the facts, point C is what feel does this generate for me, and point D is so I know the feel score, what is this meaning for my experience of this moment. Right? So just learn that process. Yeah? Don't think about it, just learn it. And in the next few chapters you're going to be taught how to apply it to your situation and to yourself. Thank you very much.